All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me as I take my midterm exam, my mentor's hive. So we're going into hive 2. This is my first year beekeeping, and I've actually never been into a hive that had any kind of honey in it whatsoever. And I don't have innerboard, so it's cool to see this because I have screen covers. Will I need to switch these for winter into a hard inner cover?
Yes. Yeah, the screened inner covers are great for when you have temperatures like we have now. It's working towards 80 degrees with probably 80% humidity. So that's great for them to get ventilation. But we got some nights coming up with 50-degree temperatures. And a solid board's going to help you out with them temperatures compared to a screen, because you don't want that brood to get cold.
Right. So I need to go ahead and get that inner cover soon.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I don't see any hive beetles up here, which I've just learned about. But I tell you what, this is gold. All this stuff right here, this comb, I'd kill for it.
You can stand that on the side, make it easier for moving just in between the boxes. Makes it easier, gives you a little bit of room.
So he's got some nectar going on in here. That's that dark nectar you've been telling me about, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Are these frameless or foundationless frames?
No, they got foundation. That's why you see the wire under it.
Do you want me to go through all of them or just kind of jump to the middle since there's not a lot going on up here?
I would jump right to the middle. You do what you think you need to do.
Okay.
And if you're doing something that I don't think you need to do, I'll let you know.
Okay.
This is how you learn.
This is exactly how you learn. Look at that. That is a heavy frame. And I'm sure you guys are watching other channels like, you just can't describe the weight that these frames get when they start getting this honey. And this is the first time I've ever picked up one with any honey on it.
And that's not even a full frame
No.
yet. They're just beginning to cap that off.
Because Paul's been asking me, I'm going to go one more over. Paul's been asking me, what do you think about beekeeping so far? What do you think about beekeeping? I'm like, it's not physically demanding, but it's intellectually demanding. And after that, a full box of this, I don't know. I might be changing my tune. You know, when I was a kid, my mom used to always say I have ants in my pants. Never thought I'd hear anybody say I have bees in my pants.
Okay.
Let's see. There you go. All right, so my analytical mind's going to kick in right now. If you get more honey out of a 9 frames, wouldn't you get more honey if you had 10 frames? Or are they able to pack more honey into those smaller frames?
Right. Now turn that upside down. Yep. That way if the queen was on it, and just cover it lengthways. That
way it would go on.
It'll stop any other bees from getting in there and robbing, or trying to.
All right, so nothing here.
Now that's a hive beetle trap.
Let's check this bad boy. Looks like you got one in there.
That's not bad. Now compared to some of the other beekeepers I know that have been having trouble, now you can scrape all that wax off of there.
Do you save it?
Yeah, just set it up on the lid over there. It all gets melted down. Which I got to do that with some of the older frames that I got packed away.
Well, if we get any more heat like we've had, it's going to melt down by itself.
Now you can see here you got 1, 2, 3, 4 4 frames with bees and a few on the other ones. So we'll just check the ones that got the.
You want me to just jump right in the middle?
You could.
Okay.
If you can.
Yeah. I might have to take the other one out. I think I'm just going to take the top side one out.
Now the good thing here about having Ben do this is he's learning while he's doing this, because his hives are new and they don't have a lot of the stuff that my hives will, because these have been established for a while.
Our hives are completely different. It doesn't even, like, it's not even close to being the same looking in your hives compared to mine. This looks like my hive.
Yep. That's just because they need more resources, and from what I'm seeing on this one, when we get to the deep, we're gonna give this one some sugar water, because I've not seen a lot of stores on this one, but that could change.
No, I will say this, you can watch all the videos and read everything possible, which you should do before you start, but until you touch a hive, you don't learn. I feel like it's just like, it's not real knowledge to me. You know what I mean? Because like as soon as I touched the hive, I was like, oh. Queen cup's not charged. You got a lot of nectar in that frame.
Look on the other side.
Oh boy.
Now down here, you can see there's bees on every frame.
Yeah.
So that's good. When you do get a lot of smoke and you over smoke them, it will actually agitate the bees as well.
One thing that you told me that helped me with this trap is to think about it as it becomes part of their hive. Nothing.
That's good. That's a good thing about having a lot of bees in the hive, is hive beetles will try to move in and they'll just chase them right out.
Nothing.
Yep.
Just set it aside?
Yeah.
So does that mean up north they don't really get hive beetles?
They get them, but not like we get them here in the south. We have a longer warm season compared to them.
Yeah.
And way up north, like in Canada, I don't even think they get them up there.
Yeah, but they only get like a month of warm weather. For us, warm weather. I just see nectar.
Yep. A lot of nectar.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yep, that next one's got brood though.
Yes, it does. I'm gonna try not and drop your frame like I did last time.
I find it really rewarding when I can get other people come into the hives and get into it, and that way they can see things that they may not normally see.
I see a little bit of larvae, nectar, obviously brood. Looks like they're backfilling them with nectar as soon as they hatch. Larvae. I don't see any eggs yet. What color is this queen? Do you know?
I believe this one's yellow. This is a newer queen, as I had to re-queen it because this one swarmed, and the queen that was in there that they made when they swarmed, I did not like the way she was laying, so I replaced her.
How was she laying that you didn't like it?
Spotty. She would just lay eggs here and there, instead of filling an entire frame. She would just do it spotty. Now this one you may find some eggs in it because it looks like it's hatched out.
I see a lot of larvae in it. I see an egg right here. It's laying down, so that means 3 days old?
Yep.
Look at that. I get 2 points.
Yeah, you can see the larva in different stages, and you notice it's nice and white.
You got a lot of eggs over here. This whole bottom thing is nothing but eggs. 3 days old.
So now that we've seen eggs, we don't even need to find the queen.
So you don't want to go any deeper?
Nope, we can
Shut her
close
up.
this one up. Whenever you find eggs or see the queen, you can stop what you're doing. Close it up and move on to the next hive. And it actually helps in this kind of heat doing that.
You know, it's easy for you to say because I'm the master of requeening this year. I had to requeen both of my hives. And I get seriously paranoid if I don't see the queen. But I've gotten to where if I see the eggs, I feel a lot better because I'm like, well, the chances of her dying or leaving in the past day or two are pretty slim. But I still like to look at my queen. And what's in this?
That is 1-to-1 sugar water. That way they can use that, fill out any frames that may need it.
You put Honeybee Healthy and all that in there?
Yep, it's got Honeybee Healthy, it's got Hive Alive, and it's got a tablespoon of
vinegar
in it. The
run.
It's not white vinegar, but it's the apple cider vinegar. And the reason you do that is it helps the sugar water not ferment in this hot heat. You got it.
So one of my biggest worries when I started beekeeping was I was going to get stung a lot. I have not gotten stung this year, but when I was in my garden, I sure enough got stung by a wasp the other day, and I'd rather get a bee than a wasp any day. This is a 2-gallon feeder?
Yes. I'll only put 1 gallon in it though.
Why is that?
Because of the temperatures.
Yeah.
And I learned in the past when you did put 2 gallons in, you would probably lose 1 gallon because it would ferment. And then you got to take it out and dump it, clean out your little tank here, and then put it back in. Just made it more time consuming, leaving everything open.
Well, see, this is what's different about our hives because I use the Miller feeders that go on top. Yep. I've never used one of these before, so I don't know anything about them. We'll move, little girl. There you go. And now you want to put the pad on here.
Yes.
Never use these either. Open, lay it down, and then slice the top.
Turn it over. That's all I need. And tear that piece of paper off right there. Okay.
So since we put the sugar water on, we talked about last time that you wouldn't harvest the honey.
Right.
So what's the point in putting this back on? Just to kind of keep the queen consolidated?
Correct.
Okay.
I want to keep her down below. She doesn't need to come up high. She needs to just keep working the bottom deep and medium. That's what I want her to fill up. And hopefully by putting that queen excluder on with a medium deep, they'll take that sugar water and move it up top. And this could become an entire box of feed to leave on through the winter.
Okay. Is that good? If you would have told me to do that 3 months ago, I would have told you no way. So what's the brick situation since you fed them? Because I know you have a code.
Yep.
And it's a secret code that you guys are going to learn.
Okay, on this one here, because this is a normal inspection, no feed, they just go on the length of the hive. Since this one has been fed, they'll go on sideways. And if they've been treated for mites, the bricks are on just like that, a T for being treated. And if I check it, which we're gonna do after I'm done checking it, then the brick will go on that side. So one side's for 1 week, the other side's another week, to keep the treatment on for 6 to 8 weeks of Apivar.
There you go.